Hello everyone, it is Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Today I am going to take you through how I'm going to journal for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I have here my Planner Monkey Co. notebook, which ends up being my multi-year journal. So there's 4 years that I can essentially use this for. So I'm going to take you how I'm going to basically decorate for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm going to be using stickers from According to Allie, and these are actually in her mini size, which is perfect for me. I love Allie stickers anyway, but the fact that she now offers them in a mini size is just so perfect for the size of journal that I'm using. Then I'm going to be using date stickers as well from Sterling Ink. I purchased these last year to date this, and I'm so glad that I did because it's just been so helpful being able to use this all year. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is actually take this ruler. This is, I believe, a crafting ruler. I purchased this at Michael's many years ago. No longer available, but I think you can purchase something like it on Amazon. And the first thing I do is actually draw out the line that splits the page in half. How do I know where to draw the line every single time? I measured it ahead of time, and then on this pencil board I actually placed some washi tape as well as the exact line where middle is. So now every time I place the pencil board behind, I'll know exactly where that middle line is, right here. Absolutely. So such a simple thing, but it's helped me make sure that I'm actually drawing this line straight and in the right spot. And this makes sure that I am dividing each page into 2 equal halves. So then I'm going to take my date stickers. These are ones that I had that I made for myself, and I'm probably going to make new ones for 2026. It will say the day of the week and the year, because I was always curious about what day of the week that date was for that particular year. So these were just some that I made in Procreate, and I'll have to make new ones. I still haven't made new ones for 2026. And then placing the date down for December 24th. And oh, come on, it's not coming off my finger. Normally when I journal, I don't normally film my journaling videos, but because it was Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I have a lot of pictures. These are pictures for Christmas Day, and these are pictures from a Christmas Eve. I created this collage using Canva, and then I printed it using my Kodak Mini 2 Retro, and I mean, they came out pretty good actually. It's not on sticker paper, so I have to either glue it down or, you know, use washi tape. But it's such a fun thing to add to the design of the page. But actually looking at the colors that are here, red is a dominant color here. So I'm gonna actually use Seasons Readings for this page. I actually want to tell a story about this. So it's my family, and then we've got food, and then here, that picture is from the doorbell camera that we put inside the house because we had to leave Lucy at home for a few hours because my sister's dog is a little anxious and not great with other dogs, so we can't have them in the house at the same time. So I was just nervous about leaving Lucy in the house for that long, and this is just a screenshot from the doorbell camera, and she looks so sad. But anyway, okay, so now when it comes to the way that I organize things in my journal, I'm going to cut off this tab here, and there we go. Now I'm deciding basically what to do. Do I just let it take over half the page and just write it here, or do I use it as kind of like a hidden door to be able to write what I need? Because I mean, I could use it as like a hidden door thing, right, with washi. So I think what I'm gonna do is gonna take some of this washi from Wearingool, and this is supposed to be similar to Autumn Night After 1,000 Years, and I'm gonna place the washi just along the side here, trying not to cover my face, and then placing it along the side here. Yeah, I think that's cute. And then I can place like one of these stickers along the side. Like, oh my gosh, that Santa mug. I just remembered that my husband and kids got me a mug that looks exactly like that. So I'm gonna save that for Christmas Day. Then maybe if we do, let's see. Because again, I don't want to take too much room, but because I do have like this kind of door, I can put these down. So let's put the scarf, and it feels weird just putting the scarf down. So I almost feel like I want to put something in here to hide behind my family's picture. Cute. And then I think one more. Or even if I put one in the middle, would that look weird? No? Yes? No? I don't know. All right. Really simple. I think being able to have a photo printer and doing a photo collage like this just makes it so much easier to add in. I'm actually going to put the Santa mug right here. So now I'm going to just go ahead and write, but what fountain pen in combination do I want to use? Because I have red, but I feel like I think I've used all of the Die Mine Red Dragon in my Jinhao 20 because it's been a little dry recently. Oh yeah, that's basically all used up here. So don't necessarily want to refill it because it's the end of the month. Maybe I use something a little more fun that may not necessarily match, because I mean there's so much red here. Do I want to overload it with red, or do I want to use my Zodiac Pen Co. 3 Olives Martini? This has Lennon Toolbar, Lennon Toolbar, Bird Monster. Okay. I feel like I should add other things though. And I feel like I'm almost overthinking it, but I don't know. Hold on. I'm just gonna do some quick lettering with my pen here, just making sure that it has not run out of ink. So I'm just gonna do, how do I wanna do this? What I also normally write down at the bottom is the weather and one thing that I'm grateful for. So Christmas Eve, the high was 15 degrees Celsius. Gosh, I'm gonna have to pump the ink through, basically getting to the end of the converter here. So the high was minus 15 Celsius, not 15. And then the low was minus 23 Celsius, and we had snow, so much snow. And then grateful for, really, I'm grateful for the time with family. Oh, why is this being poopy? Hold on. So there is the finished journal entry. I think it's really cute. I love the little interactive photo and being able to flip it like that. But also when I write in next year's Christmas Eve entry, to be able to see these pictures will just be so fun and a great way to relive that day. So now we'll flip over to Christmas Day and basically do the same process where I will take my ruler. Gosh, whenever I journal, oh, hold on. Oh, I lost a brush gem on the floor. But basically whenever I journal, my desk is just covered in stuff. But thankfully, you're not seeing any of that. But yeah, whenever I'm filming or whenever I'm journaling, my desk is normally just covered in everything. Stickers and markers and just stuff. I can't always find what I'm looking for. Like sometimes if you're seeing me plan on camera, you'll hear me go, where's my pen? Where's my scissors? Where are my tweezers? And it's just because when I'm in the middle of the creative process, yeah, it's also a bit of chaos. Okay. So what we're then gonna do for this is I'm gonna use one of these sets, but I also wanna just choose which pen and ink combination is gonna go well with these, but also look at what I've used recently. So, I used purple last time. So I definitely think I can use Kitty Ink Pot Half Spring Break, or I could use Kitty Ink Pot Moon Jellyfish Travel Journal. Yeah, either of those would work here. Okay, so now that I have the dates in here and I've decided I'm gonna use either Kitty Ink Pot or Kitty Ink Pot, I can decorate. But here is the collage of stickers that pictures that I'm using, and I'm going to cut them down this way. Basically, that is the little stuffy that my daughter created for me. Then there's Lucy with her new toy. And then we went to go see Zootopia 2 in the movie theater. And then we had our Indian takeaway for Christmas dinner. And I was actually really surprised with how many businesses were open on this day. So let me find washi. And I found this washi, which actually matches perfectly with Kitty Ink Pot. So I'm gonna use that. And this was the washi that it has the backing paper to it. And I purchased this ages ago. I can't remember where from. And part of me wants to cut part of it off because it's almost too wide for the photo, and place it here along the edge this time. Although then that means that, oh no, I was gonna say the back of this is gonna be really thick, but no, the other picture is here. So my brain wasn't mathing there for a second. So I'm just gonna place that down here, make sure not to cover anybody's faces. I love that stuffy so much. My daughter made that in her fashion class, and I just think it's hilarious. All right, so I have this alcohol ink from According to Allie, which I really like. I love being able to cut these and then add that extra little bit of decoration along with everything. So I've cut this one in half because I've used it on other days of the week as well. So I'm gonna use this house, and I like that actually because it makes it look like it's one scene. And then I'm gonna hide my grateful for here, and then do the journaling here. Do I want to put a tree up here maybe? Oh yeah, yes I do. Just to add a tree there. Cute. All right, and then I finished the sticker sheet, which is always so satisfying. And then I'm gonna use my Pilot Kakuno here with Kitty Ink Pot to do my journaling. So yesterday's weather was, we had a high of -17 with a low of -21. Ooh, slightly warmer than the day before, and it was mostly cloudy. And then my grateful for will just be that we had like a basically relaxing time together. Love that. Oh, you can barely see that. I apologize. All right, so there's my finished journal spread. I'm just going to blot it so that I make sure that I don't smudge anything. Oh, I really like that. And it's simple. It's nothing too crazy. I don't like to add tons of stuff to my journaling just because it makes it almost difficult for me to journal if there's too much to add to the pages. I like a few stickers and then more space to write. And then when I do have pictures, I like this back door kind of thing here so that it still leaves me plenty of room to write, but then I can still see these pictures, and then if I wanted to put other pictures on the back here. So I love that. That looks lovely. So thank you for joining me as I journal for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, had a mini coughing fit. Okay, but this gives you an idea of how I'm going to basically split up my pages. So next year will be 2026 here, 2027, and then 2028. I can't believe I'm finishing up my first year in my multi-year journal. And just to give you an idea for how much it has thickened up, like that's how much it's thickened up basically. And because of how, I guess, few stickers I use in each page, like this side has thickened up, but this side has not so much. So you can see the difference between no stickers to stickers. So there is going to be still some thickening up that happens, but so far it is manageable and I'm enjoying it. All right, again, that is it for me. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you again. Take care and have yourselves a great day.